Ethan, joining the show now, our friend, used to work here, now enjoying great success on the brand new Bachelor series, Listen to Your Heart. We're joined by half of Moody, Matt Ranaudo.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, fellas, how we doing?
How you going, man?
Good, man. I miss you guys.
We miss you, too. You don't miss us that much. Come on, now you're doing different things. Don't bullshit.
All right, you're right.
Listen to Your Heart airs 8, 7 Central on ABC every Monday night. Now, for those who just watched the recent episode, you did the song Shallow, the Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga song, and you and Rudi murdered it. Tell us about that.
Thank you. Yeah, it honestly was the perfect song for the moment and for both of us. That song suits her voice so well, and it works for me too. And we just absolutely killed it because we were so comfortable with the song.
Now, she was a studio singer, right, before this?
She is, yeah. She does a lot of demo work for other artists, and she's just constantly in the studio making music. So she's the real deal, man.
Let's get down to it. What's the deal with you and her? I mean, it's on again, it's off again, it's hot, it's cold. She loves you. You don't know if you love her. What are your feelings? You love her?
It's a complex relationship, and I think it's very relatable.
It is relatable, but you've almost burned yourself several times and found yourself at home.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, isn't that how life goes, though, right?
We're joined by Matt Ranaudo, Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart. Now, when I speak of like burning you, in fact, one of our listeners, when I did the first article about you being on the show, said he was kind of a jerk in the beginning because you all of a sudden decide you're going to go out with Mel out of nowhere, comes out of left field. Yeah. And then watching you explain yourself to Rudi was the funniest part of the season for me so far because I've seen you explain yourself like that before.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I turn into a rambling lunatic that just is regurgitating things out of my mouth.
Didn't we hear some of that audio?
Yeah, I played it.
Okay. Yeah, great.
Then they got you doing pull-ups, and did they tell you to do that stuff? I mean, we know you work out, but they like, all right, go take your shirt off and do some pull-ups, please.
No, to be honest with you, I was just trying to get some time alone, which was very rare during this whole process. So right. I was just trying to get a little workout in, and that just happened to get caught on film, and it was kind of hilarious because I didn't even know Rudi was standing over there.
Now tell us about Julia, Brandon, and Sheridan, this weirdo, and Savannah, frankly, this weirdo foursome that just didn't work out. Julia kind of really screwed herself in this whole thing.
Yeah, it's funny because being on the show, you would think that everything that you guys see, I see the same way. But to be honest with you, I didn't really see a lot of that crazy stuff going on. It's hard to kind of be present for all those little moments, and I don't get to see like when they pull her off to the side for private interviews. I don't know what she's saying, and so I didn't really even know there was that crazy thing that was going on with her and Brandon, and so it kind of all was unfolded to me at the same time as everybody else in the house, and we kind of were all shocked by the whole thing.
My wife hates Brandon. She said he is the most this is the most character on all of the Bachelor, Bachelorette shows, whether it's Bachelor in Paradise, any of the shows. She hates him more than anybody she's ever seen. I said, how is that possible? There have been some hateable characters, and she hates him the most. Was he the biggest, was he a annoying guy? Was he a nice guy? Did you have a problem with him?
So like I said, I kind of kept to myself for the most part. No, I didn't have a problem with him. He was a scout sniper in the Marines, and from the few conversations that we had in the house, he was always a really nice, respectful guy to me. So I can't really say anything bad about the guy.
Now, what about this? Natasha tells Julia about a secret conversation right before a performance, and definitely it threw her off. Do you think she did that? Do you think she did that intentionally? Because it certainly looked like that.
It's showbiz, baby. She wanted to throw a little wrench in the works. So I don't know. Natasha knows what she's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what's weird about that is you'll see these confrontations, these weird interactions happen just prior to a performance, and then the performance 95% of the time goes south. You and Rudi just had one of these weird moments, and then you go on stage and kill it. Do you think that your chemistry on stage is stronger than your relationship off stage?
I think that our chemistry and our and our performance together every time got stronger and stronger each time we played as we were getting to know each other. So, like, as our relationship went up and down, our musical connection kept growing. Just because her and I have this weird, crazy magnetism towards each other. Just musically, we're so compatible. So I think that her and I were like made to make music together.
It definitely seems that way. We're talking to Matt Ranaudo. The Bachelor presents Listen to Your Heart. He's half of Moody. How many times have you heard the word journey on the set?
Journey, connection, clarity, that was pretty much said a million times.
Everyone says, thank you for taking this journey.
Can
I'm
I
so
ask a
excited to take
question
this
here?
journey. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, from a person that doesn't watch the show, I'm curious. How did you get this gig?
Somebody from casting had reached out to me. Just sent me a message telling me about a music show, a brand new music show that they were putting together.
Yeah. You pretended to not know who Chris Harrison was in the first episode.
No. Whoa, listen to me. I never have seen a single second of any of those shows.
Listen, I defended you, but my wife has drilled it into my head for weeks now. I defended you in the blog, and I said he's got it. I don't think he knew. I actually don't think he knew. But now she's got me believing, and you're telling me otherwise. You never saw any of the shows.
I swear to you, I've never seen any of the shows. Obviously, I've seen Chris Harrison's face, and now I know him for sure.
Right.
But I didn't know him going into it. They didn't tell me. I know it's hard to tell, but they didn't tell me who the host of the show was. They only told me that it was a Bachelor-produced show. They gave me very little information about, like, specific things like that. I thought I was going into a show where the host of the show is going to be another musician.
It could have been Zach Galifianakis. You wouldn't have known.
Exactly. It could have been Sugar Ray. That would have made a lot of sense.
I was really jealous of you when you saw Shaggy. You got to meet Shaggy. That was cool.
Man, that was a trip. That was too funny.
Now, tell us about, because for folks who don't know, I'm drilling this into people's heads. You worked here, and then,
yeah.
I keep recalling this story where you were one of the people at one of our Christmas parties that picked up a guitar and sang and did a performance because we didn't bother to hire a DJ for some friggin' reason.
Right.
And then you move out to L.A., and, I talk to you every once in a while, and we'll catch up with you. But I don't remember you taking music as seriously when you were here as you did there. Things accelerated pretty quickly.
Yeah, I've always gigged since I was in my teenage years. And I've always been writing music since I was a kid. And when I was doing the full-time job thing, I was trying to really just establish a normal life and settle down. And so I was kind of saying, I don't know, I'm going to give the music thing a rest. But yeah, one day in Connecticut, I was actually, after I had worked there, I was working at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and I was done. I was just done doing that kind of job, and I quit and packed my stuff up, and I moved to Los Angeles with my cousin. Yeah,
Colin Monahan. You guys do Brother Stone and the Get Down as your band before, and I guess that the popularity of your music was what led these people to reach out to you. I've watched the videos on YouTube, and they're exploding right now. Everybody's talking about your music. It's great stuff.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're really lucky, man. We're lucky that we've gotten received so well, and we're super lucky that we get to do what we do.
Matt Ranaudo joining the Ethan Lewis Show. I'm Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart, Mondays, 8/7 Central. I read this, and we want you to tell us true or false. On the Bachelor shows, and, I read this in the dark corners of Gizmodo or something. Who the hell knows where I read it? But that there is a minimum of 2 alcoholic beverage consumption. You have to drink 2 alcoholic beverages per day. Is this true? Has this been your experience?
It's you could only have a minimum of 2 drinks per however in a time frame. They just monitor your drinks. No, you don't have to have it though.
Oh, okay.
All right. They don't like spoon feed you booze.
Well, we wish you luck. I know I can't ask you about how the show ends, but it can't be that much longer. There's 3 couples left, and you guys are headed to, Nashville next, right?
That's right, yeah.
That's where we are in the timeline of the show right now. Right now, Matt is in quarantine like the rest of you.
Right.
That's correct.
Hey, Matt, we're so happy for you. Great luck on the show. Continued success with the band and everything, and we'll see where this plays out with Rudi.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. It was good talking with you guys, and when I come home, I got to come visit you.
Yes, you do.